Okay, let's get on to Jay. I see Jay right over there. How you doing, Jay?
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everyone.
Really
Really
insightful.
insightful.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you for your
time.
time. Oh, okay, good. Well, we're gonna have a little fun here. I hope it's fun. Uh, let's see. According to the time you gave me of 2 o'clock, that's wouldn't give you a Scorpio rising, which would work really well with Cancer. You're a Cancer. Well, you're kind of the opposite sign of Angela, who we just saw, because you're more of a, can be a homebody, can be very sensitive person, tough on the outside, trying to, protect yourself. And it says you are, the Scorpio works well. It might mean you kind of hold your ground, you hold your truth, you don't like to talk all that much, reveal too much. Very tough sign, Scorpio. It's very, very good with Cancer. It means you can take some really tough things in life, Scorpio is a sign of the scorpion, right? Scorpio, scorpion. But it can become very strong. The older you get, the more mature, the more advanced, the more evolved you become. Stronger, more open, more courageous. Um, Usually, whenever you say Scorpio, people go, "Oh, right." This happens a lot. I've seen it a lot, and they're used to it. So, but they don't really know you've got the Scorpio there. You do have a moon in Aries, so that's very interesting. It's kind of a little different than Cancer. It's like you get more worked up fast. You like to start things. You like to go. You don't want to wait. Let's just do it. Can be there, and so you've got the cautious crab holding back the fireball with the Scorpio can freeze down anything. It's really good at controlling yourself. But you got that burning fire there. Says you like to do a lot of creative projects, it looks like. A lot of starts and stops. It does mean you have persistence, although sometimes Moon in Aries can get bored with stuff fast. But it looks to me like you start things up fast and you can persist with them if they seem to be the right thing. Um, you kind of feel your way through life. Feel it. You're not like intellectual. It looks to me like you're not planning a great deal. I'm not saying that's negative, but it says that you have a different way of planning. You do have a prominent Saturn and Uranus, no, not Uranus, but Neptune, and they're very complementary to each other. So you kind of are, you're an ambitious person who's planning a lot. It could have a lot to do with music, it could have a lot to do with art, with things that are kind of hard to describe. You can describe the indescribable, and you can put order into things that don't seem to have a lot of form. Creative projects come to mind. It looks to me like you're a natural for inventing things, trying things out, flying by the seat of your pants. Your Mars, your war planet, your initiative is with Venus. Mars is in Taurus. It's a little slowed down, so it means you're a little more deliberate in what you want to do in life, how you want to take it on. And Venus there says can be very artistic. It can mean very coordinated, very good at. Could mean singing, things like that come out to be strong. Things with the voice, things with the throat. But often people with Mars and Taurus are very coordinated and very good at dancing or gymnastics and things like that. Venus right there close by in the beginning of right at the beginning of Gemini means that you're starting to go through a lot of changes when it comes to love, romance, relationships. Change. You're getting kind of bored. You're going to get very bored this summer. There seems like you're going to be attracted to people who you never were attracted to in the past. So it looks very interesting. Your love life is changing and getting very fascinating. If you're doing any artistic work and things like that, says a lot of creativity goes in there, new forms, new styles, new attitudes, new ways of doing things. Let's see. So let's have a look. Do you have any questions for me before we jump?
Yeah, this is all great. I mean, you know, I'll talk about the things you mentioned later on, but since you asked about a question, I guess, and maybe you're getting to that because I think you were doing that with Angela, the previous guest, is how this would benefit me, right? With this information, how can I use it to grow myself and, take advantage of this to really navigate this tricky life that we get?
Let me unmute here so I can talk. It does say you could be very lucky with words, with writing, with communications, with media. You're just lucky, you're natural with that. I do see that you do have one aspect here that makes things a little more difficult for you to negotiate life. It's called Pluto, and it's squaring your sun. So it means that you tend to get into power struggles with friends, or there could be friends around that kind of menace your life. They kind of cause you problems. They want to kind of run your life, and you have to be very sensitive to it. I'm sure you are sensitive to it. It can mean that you have a need to have to remake yourself and constantly change yourself. Now, having a Scorpio rising is good for, let's say, shedding skins. That might make sense to you, to shed a skin and move on. It says that is really a very good idea when you get too caught up, your life is frozen, start reinventing yourself, change it around, just completely shed the old skin. So where are you right now, presently?
It's I'm skeptical about this stuff, to be fair with you, but man, you're just blowing my mind. I'm like, whoa, stop, dude, like chill out, because it's just like one thing after the next, and it's obviously relating to me. That's why I'm just kind of thinking. For example, I was up all night working on a track, and creating music from scratch. That is, and I was, was talking to earlier. I was like, I hope I don't fall asleep. I don't be rude, but I actually went through a transition in life where I was employed by a law attorney, and I kind of did everything. I'm proud of achieving things by myself, but I have to start from scratch because a little personal thing is I got in an accident 2 years ago and it changed my life. I lost 85% of my vision because I'm a very big risk taker and I do dumb things like jump off 60-foot cliffs and blah, blah, blah. It just changed my life, but there was a lesson learned. It actually woke me to something that was my true calling, which is music. And so, I pretty much taught myself the keyboards and stuff like that. And I'm heavily involved in that. I have a very promising outlook in this with people in the industry I talk to. So it's like reinventing. And I'm also going through a personal life change where you hit the nail on the head with the shedding the skin. It's, I see myself becoming another person, like not another person, but being a different version of me that maybe I was destined to be all this time. It's like everything is just coming together. It's weird. There's a book by Paulo Coelho called The Alchemist, right? And one of the quotes is when you want something so bad, the universe will conspire to give it to you. Something like that, right? So it's like happening now. I'm actually in the middle of a big life-changing event, tragic things that have happened, but also great things that are happening at the same time. While all this is happening, I'm truly trying to find myself and maintain my sanity and focus on the task at hand. I'm very clear about the goals I have. But yeah, there's some unfinished business here that I need to take care of that thing I know that's a lot about. And most recently, a puppy came into my life. I'm like, great, it gets complicated. So yeah, this is all very insightful, man. It's just the self perception, and then there's the reality of what it is, right? So it's good to connect the dots. And after hearing what you're saying, I'm wondering, is this more generalized? Does it apply? And what can I do with it? And looking at inwards and what's going on, it makes a lot of sense.
Well, great, because if you could tell me where you're located so I can do a now chart. The now chart is set for wherever you are, and the moment we go into the questions. So we hope it's very accurate, you know. So anyway, so where are you located right now? What city?
I'm actually neighbors with Angela. I'm next to Long Beach. I'm in Cerritos.
Oh, okay, good. So that's going to work. It's
Yeah.
going to work very well. Okay, so I just did the now chart. We still have Leo rising, and we have, okay, that seems to indicate that you're coming up to a period where you're going to feel a bit frustrated. Okay, I think you're already hinting at that, but it's going to be, let me get this exactly right here. I'm going to look at my ephemeris. Where it's oh yes, let's go to here. This month, interesting. Okay, let's find my chart. It ran away now. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Found it. Okay, so this third week in May, you might really, it looks to me like you're going to be working hard on stuff. And the thing is, don't get frustrated. Just keep, just keep at it. Be persistent. It's going to be like you're going to start to fulfill your ambitions. But there looks to me like wait a second. Why do we have this here? Okay. Yes. Okay. No, it's right. There's some kind of power person that's not budging. And this is, there's no way to force it forward. In about a week, you're going to feel like, wow, I really got to push forward, right? You know what? Give yourself a little longer. Just be persistent. Don't aggravate. Don't aggravate yourself. Just realize it's one foot after the other. You got to get in and dial in, nitty gritty. Look at the details. You got to do the fine work on it to make it work. So if you're talking about your music and stuff, it's really getting in there, and it's almost like polishing. It's a polish. You got to polish up. You got to work stuff really well and fine tune it. It might seem a bit frustrating. Let me look at this carefully. But you're ready for it. It says you're ready. Right now, you feel ready. You want to go for it. It looks good for that.
I'm like a pit bull off the leash. Just let me go. Kind of get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Cancer is one of the most persistent signs out there. And it can be very patient and just will not give up. And so that's the main thing I'm going to tell you right now, because it says you are super persistent. You don't want to hammer away at stuff. Watch out for that. But you want to go at it smart. The smart way. Smarter is better. I'm seeing that right now you might be thinking about how is it going to be at the top, But it looks to me like it says slow down. You got to earn every step of the way. And this is time for really to train yourself. Train yourself for success. You've got like about 30 days to do that. Just think of it that a whole month. You're training. All this stuff you're doing, you're training for success. So it's like everything's a lesson on how to be better. How to be not, let's say, half-assed. How to do it the full way. So it might feel really kind of like it's really taking forever. And you might feel frustrated about it. And you might feel like kicking the tires or giving up, But the thing is, that means you're just fatigued. Rest. Recuperate. Go at it again. Just give yourself that leeway. Don't pressurize yourself on doing that. Sometimes Aries moon can want to go. Come on, we know we can do it. And then you get caught in all bound up. And you've got the patience, you've got the ability to work through it slowly. surely, carefully to make that product the best it can be. And don't expect people to like it before that period. When you have, in your own, you've attained what you've been trying to do. So it's a whole month process working on that. And then you'll start feeling like, oh yeah, okay, I'm getting it. I think I've got the chops for this now, is what you'll say in a month. And you're going to feel like you're starting from ground zero, which is okay, because you'll build on that. And
It's
you go ahead.
sorry, I was just it's are you like in my house somewhere? Like how do you know this? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so it's uncanny, man. It's this is like wilding me up in a good way.
Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah, listen.
look behind you. I think my camera's on you right now.
I'll take your word for it. My side isn't as sharp as it used to be. Yeah, it's there's I'm reinventing myself as a person and the artist. It's all like a story that's it's a weird it's kind of a cool story that's hope that I will make sure comes to fruition. But one of the things outside of know is my artist name is the Roman numeral 7, and it's because there's 4 lines of the Roman numeral 7, right? There's the V, one this way, one that with the 2 eyes, and my birth date is all sevens. It's 7777. So it's kind of like I was born to do music as a concept. It's cheesy, but it'll stick. But July 7th is a very important day for me because that's the day I'm going to release like a 5-track EP, on Spotify and stuff. I'm planning to do it. So there's a lot going on right now. It's chaos, but there's excitement. There's, all these things and dealing with whatever it is to help me evolve into, whatever I need to be in this state of higher consciousness, to really, really, I'm having to reinvent myself at a later age in life. I was an employment law attorney before, and now it's like I've gone into music, a whole different thing. So it's really interesting hearing you say all these things because it's just resonating a lot. It's just I'm in it right now. I'm in the thick of it, and a lot of hope, anxiety, and can't wait to just get there. Like I said, a pit bull off a leash. I just cannot wait to get there. But there's something profound you said in the middle, which I think Eleanor had said, and 2 of my closest friends said too. So there's got to be some truth to it, right? Because I'm sure you guys won't talk to each other. I'm saying this, and it was like something along the lines that I'm not ready yet, right? The gist of it was that, like, I have maybe the skill part down, but there's, and I think it's true, like my body and mind, I'm still certain things that have an event, I need to really shift and pivot a little bit to make sure I'm not putting stuff underneath the carpet or rug and dealing with that in a way positively so I'm able to handle what's going to come before me because it will come, and I need to just be ready for that and be humble and make some changes. So thank you. Yeah, this is really helpful.
Well,
I
let
want to
me.
be clear that the only thing I gave to Mark was the birth information of Angelo and Jay. I didn't say anything else, absolutely. He got all the information from the charts and his amazing knowledge. You can go ahead, Mark.
It's amazing.
Thank you for that. Yes, with no tricks. Where no one's there's no notes passed between us. Or signals. No, I'm just looking at the chart because I really sometimes for me it's like I get a lot of first impressions of people, but also if I want to really sink down in my psychic spidey sense and start feeling people out, I can do that. But I always end up going, what's their chart? I want to see their chart because I go in there and I can see a lot that's going on. And I don't know, maybe I'm kind of got a crutch here with this, but in fact, I used to fight with myself about that. Well, you look at people, you just see their signs, their zodiac. You don't even see the real person. So I took a break from charts and stuff just to get in to people, to really connect with them. Now, what I'm going to say right now is that, let's see, where was it? We're talking, you're thinking about this transition, this transformation. It's really pointing to let's see where the other thing is. like the training session, like I said, training session, you will be successful. It looks to me like your plan is really going well. Yes, and listen to your friends, because there's a special thing happening in your chart when I cast it this way, is that friends are bringing you wisdom. They're bringing you luck and connections. They're actually going to help you out a lot. So listen to them, whatever they say. Now, the thing is, you picked a very good time. You will, yeah, it looks to me like, yes, that month, you go through this month, and boom, you've trained yourself. You're going to feel the vibe. You're going to feel like you've grown up and you've gotten wise, but you're very lucky. You're expansive, so you really can expand. But the date you pick, the 7/7, is really good luck for you. It's different. Now, every 12 years, Jupiter, our lucky planet, goes around the zodiac, and it comes back. It comes around. So right now it's on top of itself as a return. So every 12 years. Now, for that date you picked, it's a very lucky time.
Can I say something about this day you pick? 7 July 7 of 25. 2 and 5 is 7. So 7/7.
So there we go. 7 heaven.
You know what's funny is I always wondered what the meaning of that is, other than a weird coincidence I happened to be born that day. Or I thought it was like, I do a lot of movie references, hopefully you get it, but like, this movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the girl's like, why is your name Chance? And she's like, because my mama took one. Anyway, I love that line. Anyway, so it's kind of like that with me, I just born on 7/7/7/7, but whatever job I was doing, I was unhappy. I got to the top of it. I worked really hard, like most people here probably do. And, it's like life had to happen for me to get out of my unhappiness. Like I had this, I know what gift God has blessed me with, and I just wasn't confident about it, or whatever happened, I wasn't ready for it. And it's like, now I got pushed where that's the one thing I have, and I'm doing that. So July 7th, is going to be, yeah, if it's a good day, then I'm liking what I'm hearing. Let's go.
Very cool. So I'm going to warn you, in about a week, though,
Okay.
you wanna really tread lightly on any authority figures or any people whom you might look up the hierarchy at. Talk nice to policemen, whatever. Speak really well to and really hang in there on that. I don't say you're not like you got all the good planets. You're not like a hothead, it looks like, but you might feel a little more pushy in the next 5 days with things, wanting things to happen. It does say you are changing your whole reputation by the end of, let me see exactly where that's going to, changing your whole reputation. It's, that is coming. Wow, that's coming in July. Look at that. That July is hopping. Good luck for you. And it's just getting better. It's going to soak it up, and it keeps getting better. So that's good. Where do you have to watch out for? I'm not seeing that place right now. It looks like you're very lucky for that month and after into August. So yeah, into August, like it's growing. It's growing. But I don't know. It might be that kind of success might mean that you have to work more. And you might be, we always have to give up something for something, right? And you're going to kind of feel it on the emotional level. You might feel like you have to give up kind of freedom you have in your life. And you won't be able to, it looks like you might not be able to travel as much as you want, because it looks like it might mean that immediately you have to work hard on this.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I think when you're in entertainment stuff like that, you get it to a certain point just to get to the ability to be at a certain point, then to show it. So then you got to redo everything because everybody gives you their professional take on it. And so it might be that you have to get involved and change things up, but it looks very positive. It looks like a bit like you're under the gun, but you're getting very more creative. It looks like over the next 5 years. And it looks to me like if you're doing music and stuff, you're just connecting up with the dots that were connect up before. You're pulling in stuff and you're connecting it up, and it's something that's very positive. Let me flip this over here, and I think this is good because you have a natural way of composing and putting music notes together, things. Using time and creating very, very creatively with all this. It's kind of a supernatural kind of thing you have. Look at it that way. It's kind of supernatural. You're going to get even more supernatural. So, and I would say you're going to need to meditate and stuff just to bring yourself down to earth and be able to live in this dreamland that's kind of growing around you.
You put me on a spaceship, and I'm just gonna keep flying, man. I'm not coming down. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it's I love it because things. It's not fear, but the anxiety, and when you want something so bad, it's like, how can I say it? Like, there are people who are passionate about what you do, like yourself and Eleanor seemed like it, and the guests you had earlier. But the thing within that, there's, if you find purpose, then that's like, well, you got passion and purpose, like this is what you were born to do. And I've never felt like that, which is really weird given everything what's going on right now. So it's like, at this age, really, like, awesome, let's do it. This, I will make sure it gets done. It's not if, it's when. But there are things that you had hinted at that are those detractors from that, if I can say it that way, so I need to be really cognizant and aware of that. Yes, Mark, this next 2 months will be very testy, especially this next month. Eleanor knows what I'm talking about, so it's going to be very testy, and thank you for the heads up on making sure I've maintained and focused on the goal.
Wow, that has been really, really amazing. You allow Mark to tell you everything that he has for you because I know you're going to help. So I'm going to give you guys the time. And also, if you have any question for him, just go ahead. I'll let you guys spend all the time you need.
Okay, I can wrap it up because I would just say that it's not hitting right away, but it's going to be a period where you feel, no, that's true. That's what happened. That kind of, let me look here. I'm going to tell you one thing, and it doesn't really hit this year. Yeah, it's great. You might feel a little bit in July. You might feel kind of exhausted and but you're taking off. You're growing, you're connecting. Little things connecting with people just seem to grow. So it's not about conquering the world. It's more about creating the infrastructure around you. It'll just kind of grow around you. So just be as connecting up with people as chill as you can be because they'll just recognize your whole being as being and that goes on for the year till the end of this year and next year too. So it's a really good time to do this. You'll feel a little more spacey a little bit in July, but it's great for creativity. And it's good changing your life around, changing your artistic way, style changing, all this kind of the way you relate with people, and just it brings a lot of new people in your life. So I would say it's kind of like you're meeting people who are very unusual and in above you. So they look like very creative people. So they're going to be really different, and you're going to learn how to handle them. It looks like. So the thing is, you might get really sensitive and you might want to hide away more. So watch out for that tendency to pull you away, but you might have to. That's why I'm suggesting getting more into any type of meditation or Tai Chi or, anything that gets you into that spiritual groove besides music, because you want to be grounded in reality so that you got the flow. You're not getting yourself disappointed because you're imagining so many other things and you're so sensitive about it. But it looks really positive.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. So I really appreciate you, taking the time, looking at the charts, and this has been like, I mean, I was skeptical, but I'm a believer now. I'm sure you get that a lot, where it's a lot to digest, So let it marinate for a little bit, then digest it, I guess, and yeah, just use that knowledge to really, as my eyes, whatever's happening with it, I want to be the best version of myself in every area of life with people I meet, things I do, et cetera, et cetera. So this has been very, very helpful in that. And I really, again, I want to thank you for taking the time to do that. What got you into this? Were you just born with this gift and you were like, okay, this is what I want to do? I'm just curious.
When I look back, I try to figure it out, and all I can remember is that I just wanted to figure things out because everything seemed to be like weird to me, the way things happened, and I wanted to kind of solve what's my destiny kind of thing. And I went to the library and I found a book. I found a couple of books, but this was the best book, and I kept it so long, and I never took it back to the library. And so I just read it and read it. I still have it, and it was like it was just like no one cared. It just didn't care if I brought it back. It was really kind of weird. So I kept the book and just kept reading it and reading and learning more, and just couldn't stop. Just couldn't stop. I don't know what. I wanted to figure out the universe somehow with all this, and I don't know. Maybe I'm getting close with some people.
Yeah, definitely doing what you're born to do. Thank you. Keep doing it, and good luck to you.
Right. Now, I want to tell you what's a really good thing is that this whole thing's on video, and you're going to be posting this, right, Eleonora?
Yes. And actually, Jay, I'm going to invite you here right now. You're going to be on my podcast on July 7th.
On my birthday.
Yes, you're going to be.
Okay, I want a cupcake, though, if you're going to make me do that.
Okay, it will be on Zoom, but I can have
Yes,
one with me and you have another with you. And I would like to be part of that and be podcast for everything. And why not we don't do at 7 p.m. or 7? Let's just add more 7 to that.
Yeah, okay.
With all the power in the world. We speak that more in the background. Right
Not
now,
7 a.m.
I just want to say thank you for being so vulnerable and accept to get to the spotlight and put yourself in the spot and allow Mark to really read you because he did very, very beautifully. And thank you. And you're welcome to say whatever you want to say to Mark before you go. Jay, would you like to say anything to Mark before you leave us?
Yeah, I mean, if there's any recommendations you have for based on whatever you see in the chart, like videos or like well, books are hard for me these days, but like yeah, videos or something that could help with that. I know you said meditation, and I'm working with a little on that, but anything else like it's the detractors that I want to focus on, and nothing can get in my way. And I'm guessing if I don't do what I'm supposed to, then I'm gonna get in my own way. So I just need to not get in my own way. And anything you can help me, tools I can use apart in addition to the knowledge, I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to advise you because I get the feeling that you really should do this, like Tai Chi or Qigong or something like that, so that you get used to movement, body, taking up space, knowing the space. It's going to be very handy for you. It's also going to be give you a sense of confidence because often we can just by pure, it can be stubbornness or through spirit or through actually just keeping a really positive mindset of hanging on to our abilities. And because I get the feeling that let me look at this your chart again, because I feel like you're hinting that some things are fading, like your eyesight's fading and stuff like that.
Well, I was always hope that things turn around, but yeah, I've lost 85% of my eyes.
Mm.
I smashed my head on a rock mountain biking, forgetting I'm not 45 at the time. I mean, I'm not 25 at the time. I was jumping around. It's actually very bittersweet. Um, and when I lost my eyesight, I actually saw things a lot more clear, if you know what I mean, with people and stuff like that that were in my life. And so, and as far as this purpose in my life, it was, yeah, it just became like really evident that this is what I have to do. It's not like I had that in whatever background I had and life is over. So I have to teach myself how to make all this. That's fine, just get it done. And there's all that. Did I ask you a question? I just said some words that didn't make sense. What was your question again? I'm sorry, I haven't slept either. But
Oh no! What did you say?
I said about the charts and stuff, right? Like the detractors, I want to focus on the things that really, prevent me from getting to what I need to.
Well, the main thing is, well, I'm looking right here at everything. It's just a matter of working however you can to keep instilling, like the transition that you're going through with your eyes, and really work on it. It looks to me like you're going to have some operation or something here. What this is saying. That you're going to have some kind of operation that let's see, how does that go? Well, if you do it soon, it looks like it's really positive.
Yeah, I'm going for treatment overseas. So again, you don't surprise me. You seem to know the chart.
Well, that's kind of what this says. Operation, it's kind of frustrating, but there's hope within that because let me just look here just a little bit. By maintaining the positive mindset and allowing your spirit to help guide you in how you heal yourself. There's a lot of self-healing here. It's learning that you can manifest this, and it might seem impossible, but it says just be persistent. Just be persistent on however you're approaching your healing. But I do get the feeling like learning space, how space work, how it's informing you. There's a sense that the limitations might be extraordinarily positive for you. I think when we give one thing up, we gain something else somewhere else.
Yeah. I feel like I have super hearing powers.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I'm not kidding. It really, but anyway, it's thank you. That's
very cool. Well, I'm going to say thank you so much for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
thank you, thank you.